Hey there everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Chisos #2 in brushed brown. So at this channel, we're just going to be reviewing all the cool stuff that I bought over the years. And we're going to, just give my owner's experience, no frills, just the bare truth about what goes on in this consumer mindset. So the Chisos #2 in brushed brown. I've had these for about a year. They were my first cowboy boots that I've ever owned. I decided to go big on my first ones, and I figured, why get a cheap pair of cowboy boots when you can spend almost $600 and get a really nice pair of cowboy boots? So that's what I did. I ended up buying other boots afterwards. I went back on my word saying, oh, I'm just gonna buy one cowboy boot and that's gonna be it. And I thought the Chisos was gonna be it. But I have really nothing bad to say about these boots except for a couple things that we'll get into later in the video. So like and subscribe, be on the lookout for more cool reviews on random stuff. Got some flashlights coming up, some guns if you want, jackets, anything that you guys want to see. I'll see if I have something cool for it. So the Chisos #2, like I said, coming in just under $600. Now these boots are made from an extremely well crafted boot maker in Mexico. So if you're finding this video, you've probably seen every single review on these boots on the internet because my channel isn't that big. So if you are here, you're pretty much, I believe these boots are made from retired dairy cow leather. So the leather on these boots are extremely tough. These boots are built like a tank. As you can see, it's a leather sole. I haven't been wearing these every day, not even too frequently, but the leather sole has held up very nicely. There's been reports with this leather construction that the boot squeaks when you walk in it, and that's just not the case in these boots specifically. I have seen videos where people are walking and they are squeaking, and I know Chisos came out with a new version to combat that issue, and supposedly it's resolved. These boots are, I believe, the first generation of the Chisos boots, and I did not have this issue. I consider these boots to be my dress-up boots, my date night boots. And I have the Tecovas, the dock, for my everyday boots outside of when I want to take my lady out on the town. And the reason why these are my dress boots is because they're $600. They look pretty nice, and the silhouette to them is more of a dressy version than my Tecovas, the dock, which I have here. And if you look at them side by side, you can see that the Chisos is a little more streamlined. The toe isn't as wide, and it just has a little dressier of a feel. These are goat leather, and this is retired dairy cow. These boots are two incredibly good boots, but I gotta say that the money that you pay for the Chisos is well worth it over $300 that you're paying for the Tecovas. One thing that the Chisos has that's light years ahead of Tecovas is the insole. And the insole of these boots actually have cushion to them. So when you slip your foot in, it's almost like you're wearing a sneaker. And if you know cowboy boots, you know that that's rarely a case. It's still a leather-lined insole. Let's see if I can take it out. Still leather-lined, but on the back side, it's got cushion on it. So your foot just squishes right in, and it's lovely. If you guys want to see more of a comparison video between the Chisos and the Tecovas, let me know and I'll make that as soon as possible. So the positives are pretty clear for this boot. Extremely well made, very comfortable, and they're going to last a lifetime. The leather is extremely soft, and these boots are really just a pleasure to wear. The heel is a bit tall, that I have to say. When I'm wearing them, it almost feels like I'm wearing high heels. And for the 5'11" kings out there, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just something that you got to get used to. Some other negatives that I've found is the color options. Chisos right now has 3 color options. These come in black, the brushed brown, and then a rough out. And I really want the rough out, but the rough out color is a little too light for what I think I'd like. If Chisos made a boot that came in the color of the dock for Tecovas, I'd buy it in 2 seconds. I really only got the Tecovas solely because Chisos didn't have a color similar to this. And if Chisos came out with a nice medium shade brown, I'd have both pairs, and these would be my shit kickers, as they would say. These boots are good in all conditions except the rain, especially with the leather sole. I took these to the gun range today, and I was doing some drills, and I know you're not supposed to do them in there. The traction wasn't great. They're not as good as tactical boots, but these things are darn comfortable, and you look good doing it. A little too flashy sometimes, but if you're wearing cowboy boots, you know people are gonna look at them and you want them to look nice. Other than that, I'd say that this was a great purchase. If you're on the fence about them, the price tag is very steep. But if you like the color and you like the look of them, you really can't go wrong with the Chisos, especially if you're considering Lucchese's. I would pick the Chisos over the Lucchese's any day. So there you have it, the Chisos #2 in brushed brown.